Rodeo FX has been around for 10 years now, so it was mostly a matte painting and a comp company to start out with, and then we kind of started stretching out and doing CG as well. We work typically on film work, so we do a lot of film stuff with Paramount, Universal, Fox, Warner Brothers, and we started doing TV work maybe 4 years ago on Game of Thrones with HBO. Now we're on season 7, we're almost wrapped up. The biggest challenges we're up against on Game of Thrones is always the time, I would say. Every week we have to turn around episodes, or every month or so, and it's a pretty crazy schedule, I would say. And the demands are very high, so they demand like film quality work, but on a TV schedule. Generally on a season of Game of Thrones, the type of effects work we do with Houdini, it's all of our effects, all of our explosions, mist, destruction, a lot of water sims that we do as well. It's all handled with Houdini. So in season 6, we had a sequence where we had a dragon destroying a ship, or many ships, and our work was mainly about the destruction. And we used to use Houdini quite a bit for all of the cloth sims on the sails and the ropes. All the destruction stuff was rigid body dynamics with glue solvers and different tricks like that. And all the fire, the fluid sims for the ocean, everything was Houdini. Even some of the renders you're seeing in the sequence are all Houdini renders. It was a major setup to get ready for the actual sequence. It took months to get the assets ready for destruction, but then once the setups were done, it was really easy in Houdini to just do some variations at the end, like even a few weeks before delivery, redesign the sim a bit or break things in a bit of a different way. So it was really easy to turn around different variations of shots using all the flexibility that Houdini gives us by building setups that are super solid. For the city of Marine, it's a city in the series that we've been working on for probably since season 4, so it's been handled by Rodeo quite a bit. A lot of the set dressing stuff and the actual build of the city was all Maya, but then the destruction, so like fireballs, flaming projectiles flying towards the city, smashing up buildings, that was all Houdini stuff. From the fluid sims to the destruction to handling the massive data sets that we use, we wouldn't actually be able to do any of the work that we did in season 6 without Houdini. It would just not have been possible. And without the artists, obviously, to run it, we wouldn't, be able to do any of this. Our usage of Houdini is gonna grow quite a bit in the future, I think. There's been kind of a trend in the past years to split up work between different specialized softwares. And it has its advantages, but in the end, we're realizing that we're able to do a lot of these things with a bit of scripting and a bit of help in Houdini directly. So instead of having many different softwares, we can do a lot of the things that we would do in specialized softwares, but in Houdini directly. So using one package in the end is always a bit simpler. So we're gonna grow definitely into set dressing in Houdini using procedural workflow. It's gonna help quite a bit. A lot of our creature effects stuff, so hair and feathers, we're already setting that up. Eventually rigging as well. So there won't be that many things that we're not thinking about using Houdini in the future.